Okay, so the next tank in this New Year's Eve roundup of tanks that I've been using is the Bellus tank by Youde technology. I've had this one for just a little bit now. There have been loads of videos on this particular tank by some of the big name reviewers, some of the well respected reviewers in YouTube, and I thought I would just throw in my thoughts on it. This one, unlike the Smoke TFE4, is a rebuildable tank atomizer. Now obviously you can rebuild the TFE4 with the RTA deck, but this does not have the option for coils. Now apologies if I'm teaching anyone things that they already know, but for the people who aren't familiar with the difference between tanks which have pre-made coil heads and which don't, this will not have a coil head that is made specifically for it, or it doesn't have one designed for it here. You actually have to build your own coils for this. It is hence a RTA, rebuildable tank atomizer. And let's have a little vape just to get things moving. It would help if I was on slightly more than 9 watts for it though. Let's put it up to 30 watts. Beautiful. Lovely tank, really nice, great flavour. The only thing that I've changed this on is I've changed the drip tip on the top, just a shorter stubby drip tip. I don't know why, I just like these particular drip tips. And yeah, let's come down and have a little bit of a look at it, shall we? Okay, so this is the tank itself. This is the box that it comes in. Let's put that just in shot there for you. So it comes in this, which is quite reminiscent of actually like the Triton box. You get a spare glass with it as well, which is actually again really nice. I'm not sure how much I will want to use the cotton that's come in there. It looks like it's been smashed up, just literally compounded to pieces, but never mind. It comes then with a spare washer or grommet for the top, some other O-rings, and it also comes with a single coil adapter. So here we go. Here's our single coil adapter. This is a silicon piece and this is a ceramic piece, and this will just slot into the coil building area using this little tab. And I will show you briefly what I mean, so that you can block off the airflow on one side, so that you are only needing to build a single coil, although I choose to build dual coils on most of my devices. In terms of the rest in the box, there is nothing. It is just a piece of foam and then some instructions on the back. Now they are saying that it's 100% no leak design. My opinion is that is an absolute lie. It does leak. It really does leak. It leaks quite badly. But that shouldn't put you off it, because the flavour of this is fantastic. So I have got juice in this, and I don't want to dump all my juice out, but I will show you how it works. You have a top fill, which in my opinion is better than the TFE4, purely because it's just a simple open the top, dump your juice in there. You've got another hole in that side so it can equalize the pressure, so you're not spurting your juice out all over the place. And then you've got that washer or grommet there just to make sure that you're keeping your seal tight. So you just put that on there, top it off, and there she goes. Then on the bottom you have a nice protruding 510, which is adjustable, and I believe it's gold plated on the bottom there. And then strange setup in some ways, you unscrew this locking ring here, and you can also pull off the airflow control ring, and then you see you've got your airflow in the sides there. Maybe a little bit deceptive with the number of holes in either side of this, but you know, it I like the airflow on this, so it doesn't bother me. I'm going to get juice everywhere, aren't I? But basically, you just pull this out, and that is your build deck. And you can see I've got a dual coil set up in there. It's wicked, and it goes down into little channels like this, either side. And the way that the tank is set up, and the way that you put it in is set up, means that you actually it pushes everything in nicely so that it goes in the right places. And then when you want to place it back in, you make sure that there's some tabs on the side which line up. Pop that back in. I'm going to give it a little wipe. This is where it leaks, so I've given it that little wipe. Push that down. You then slide your airflow control ring back on. Now you can fully disassemble this, take the chimney piece out, take the top piece off. I shan't do that for you. Slide that back on there. Place your locking ring back on there, and you are all secure. This does, however, sometimes mean get a bit of gurgling. But yeah, so that's the Bellus tank. It's fantastic flavour, and this can put up with quite a lot of wattage, quite a lot of temperature in there. You can also you can build quite decent coils on this purely because it's got a nice big 2-post build deck on there. If we pop this back on the VTC, make sure that our airflow is lined up correctly with those, and you can see, well, you won't be able to see, but those line up perfectly because of the tabs that I showed you earlier. They line up perfectly with the airflow slots. There we go. Cool. Let's get up and vape it. So there you go. There's the Bellus. A little bit of spit back because I had it upside down, but now we're all good. Sorry for that noise in the background. Great tank. I think this is probably one of the best tanks that I've used. I've used a lot of sub-ohm tanks, but I think this is probably one of the best. I think it is, at a pinch, it's better than the Goblin Mini. I think that's mainly because it's slightly easier to build on, and also because it has this top fill rather than that pain little screw at the bottom which you have to unscrew with the Goblin. But look, thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you like it. Thank you for all of the subscriptions that I've had recently. It's pushing up past 150, which is lovely to see. If you have any questions, I do try and respond to all of my comments that the people leave me. Just just ask me whatever you like. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.